Are we going to talk about how every time we name a show, Democrats have a blank problem? It so does ridiculous. Well.
Guys, this is how audience capture happens. It's because every time we name any single one of our episodes, Democrats have a blank problem. It like does insanely well with the algorithm. It is how audience capture happens.
Yeah, it totally is.
It's also something we're absolutely going to make fun of and use. So don't be surprised if every dumpster fire is just some form of Democrats have a blank problem. There's a lot going on. Riots, military parades, ICE raids, and we here at Dumpster Fire think it's really important to cover the fact that Amy Klobuchar is using a morbidly obese lady to push for food stamps, aka SNAP, which obviously stands for Snickers, Nachos, and Pop-Tarts. I'm not sorry for that joke at all.
We're practically starving here.
By practically, you mean not really.
I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your Dumpster Fire. Welcome to Dumpster Fire, where we make burgers out of your sacred cows. We premiere new episodes every Tuesday and Friday at 8 p.m. Central. Please join us in the chat. Before we get going, some upcoming comedy dates for you guys. Tickets are available for my stand-up comedy show, Ask Me Anything. The next show is on June 24th at 7 p.m. at the Creek and the Cave. Every second and fourth Tuesday is when those shows will be. Some of you came out, saw me this past week. It's so great to meet you in person. I got to hang out with you before the show and talk. I appreciate anyone who comes and sees me live and buys a ticket. There's a link in the description where you can buy tickets. So if you live in Austin or you're coming through, please come try and see me. I've also partnered with Two Way for my new live online show called Real America. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can register to be a member of the audience that can ask questions at twoway.tv/BridgetZoom. Link in the description below. And if you want to keep track of everything that we do, the best way is to go to Phetasy.com to see all the content we're churning out. And you guys have requested, some of you, that we bring back the weekly newsletter so that you can find everything that we do in one place. And we will be returning with the newsletter. So you will get that every Friday once we get it back up and running. And you can just go check what you want and see all the things I've done. Also, all the places I've appeared, because I was on Pirate Wires last week. Back to Senator Amy Klobuchar, who is clearly evil for using this particular woman as the face of taking away food stamps. I'm starting to think Amy Klobuchar doesn't want SNAP either, because there is no other explanation for why you would do this other than to make Republicans look bad, which also does make sense. Amy Klobuchar tweeted, "Today we heard from Felicia," of course her name is Felicia, "a single mom of 4 who works up to 3 jobs at a time to make ends meet. She counts on SNAP to help put food on the table. This is who Republicans in Congress are trying to take food away from." Listen to her story.
By the time I get my bills paid, I have nothing left to pay for food and other basic needs. If it wasn't for SNAP benefits, I wouldn't be able to feed my children or myself. I work, pay my bills, and like every other mom, I want to be sure that I have enough food to put on the table.
Really?
It really is a diabolical one.
It's diabolical. Her name is Felicia, first of all, and she has purple hair, of course. This is who Republicans are trying to take food away from. Why? Why do they do this? Why are the Dems so dumb? Why are they so bad at optics? Amy Klobuchar, why? This woman is morbidly obese, not even overweight, and people are going to be cruel. Why would you do this to her?
It's a trap!
And I'm going to fall right into that trap because that's what they want. They want us to fall into the trap of being cruel and making fun of her. Let's find the fattest person in America to demonstrate someone who can't put food on their table and put it out there online and see how that's going to go. Here's the problem. It's way too funny not to. Honestly, they've left me no choice. I'm powerless. They wheeled a morbidly obese government worker with grown children into Congress to complain about her SNAP benefits and government pay.
Really?
The internet made me do it. I'm a victim here. The internet made me riot, okay? And I did listen to her story, and I no longer feel bad. She cried for a minute, but then she got into the details. She works for the school district. I feel bad for her that she's going to be a target, a giant target. And I resent the fact that they're weaponizing empathy. I do. But of course she's a government worker. Look at her. Look at her. It's the government that's the problem. They're not giving you enough money. By the way, healthy food is not expensive. I'm tired of this lie. Go look at a produce aisle, lady. I am so sick of people saying that you can't eat healthy. It's expensive. No, not everyone's trying to eat at Erewhon. You know how much money I save for my family every single month because I buy food at the grocery store and prepare it and I food prep and it's healthy and mostly just freaking vegetables. Go get some lentils and beans. Go get some healthy food. It's not actually expensive to eat a poverty diet. I've done it for many years. You're just lazy and you're eating shit. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be hard love, lady. Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
With your broke ass. Bye, Felicia.
Lady, your kids aren't kids either. They're adults. As she says in this video, one of them is 21 and another is 17. These are basically adults. I was working 2 jobs by the time I was 17. And then you have an 11 and a 12-year-old. Look, there are adults who can work at the farms being raided by ICE. There are lots of openings. That's what we're doing, right? We're making America great again by putting children back to work on farms. I mean, I think I see a solution to all the problems here. I'm a solution-oriented person. Amy Klobuchar, you are an evil woman. She's mean. This is mean for her to do this. She knew this woman was going to get dunked on. You're going to parade this woman out like a Macy's Thanksgiving balloon and not expect people like me to point and laugh. This is the internet. Why am I supposed to have more sympathy than Amy Klobuchar, who clearly has none? The comments under her post were exactly as hilarious as you would expect. And I think the winner was, Amy, I think you're ignoring the elephant in the room. Damn! We are all victims of Amy Klobuchar. I do understand it's a tactic. They try and get their opponents to be like, the cruelty is the point. But her story doesn't even add up. She's not working 3 jobs right now. She's working 1 as a bus monitor, not even a driver, a bus monitor. And how many hours a day are you actually working as a bus monitor? Only in America could poverty look like obesity.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the most American thing. Maybe I'm just from a generation that was used to the kids who had flies around them and were really skinny. And so when I see someone who's crying about how poor they are, I don't expect them to be morbidly obese. Also, I think it's a really good argument for not being able to buy so much processed food with SNAP. Make them buy good things. You shouldn't be able to buy Twinkies with my tax dollars. No more Twinkies! I'm a horrible person. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, touch my bells and buttons, and tell your friends about us. Please help us reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers. I can't imagine why we're not there yet. We're the nicest people online on YouTube. And you guys have spoken. When we hit 100,000, I will do my best Mexican weather report. You have to stick around through the ad to see the weather report, guys. Sorry, them's the rules. We spend so much time caring for the skin on our face, but what about your neck? Huh? This is what the aunties always told me I had to worry about. Unless you're wearing turtlenecks all day, your neck is going to give your age away. Your neck is out there for the world to see, and it's one of the first places to show signs of aging. And that's why goPure Beauty developed their revolutionary Tighten and Lift neck cream. Powered by clinically proven active ingredients, this advanced formula is designed to visibly firm, smooth, and rejuvenate the delicate skin on your neck and chest in as little as 4 to 8 weeks. Because here's the thing, the skin on your neck is thinner, it's more delicate, it's less oily than facial skin, meaning it requires specialized care. And if you're like me, it's probably had a lot of sun damage over the years as well. goPure's firming complex targets the unique concerns of the neck while nourishing and strengthening your skin for a more lifted, youthful look. For a limited time, listeners get 25% off goPure with code DUMPSTER at checkout. Just head to gopurebeauty.com/dumpster. Use the code DUMPSTER and you're all set. There's a link in the description below. Now let's check the weather with Sol Perez.
Y que hace que la temperatura se levante de a poquito con un cielo apenas algo nublado y nos preparamos para lo que va a ser una semana muy buena, todavía sin probabilidad de lluvia. Sabemos que los días donde se van a sumar más nubosidad justamente va a ser jueves y viernes, pero lejos estamos.
Thank you, Sol. In the meantime, the riots in LA are still going on. Karen Bass said, the riots in LA were provoked by the White House. Yes, people shouldn't be throwing bricks at a car, but let's face it, the White House was dressed provocatively. It would help if Trump's skirt wasn't so short. You guys, Mike Solana had a hilarious tweet. Raise your hand if you've never had a problem not looting 30 stores or lighting 5 Waymos on fire because the president upset you. I truly hate the position that the leftists put me in with all of their rioting because I'm way more libertarian about this shit than I am right-wing crazy person. I don't want to get used to the Marines on the streets. I don't think unmarked vans with dudes in masks should be able to grab people without ID.
What's going on? If you tell anyone about this, I'll kill you.
And take them away because it could literally be anyone doing that, not just ICE, as has already happened when a man impersonating law enforcement zip-tied a woman and robbed a business in Philly. But what do I know? So don't put me in this position to defend these crazy tactics. But the really important story that came out of all of this was an interaction a man bun having leftist activists at a protest had with a black woman trying to get to work. When pressed about how they felt as white people stopping a black woman from going to work, this man bun having activist mockingly said, "Oh no, not work."
But I have a kid. If I don't, and these people are having their children taken and their parents. What about my kids?
How do you as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work. I care so much.
And although the internet has dubbed him Manbun McSoyBoy, which is absolutely chef's kiss appropriate, a lot of people are looking for this guy. He actually appeared in Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe a couple of years ago, and his name is Gage.
They have the inside track for any job
I got this one, Aisha. They have the inside track for any job they want.
Exactly, Gage. Thank you for that. That's white privilege.
We've just been referring to him as Gage. By the way, anyone with a man bun is a trust fund baby. There's never been an exception to that rule. It's an absolute fact of life. Only someone with a trust fund would be confident enough to wear a man bun. The guy got doxxed, so we're going to dox him, I guess, a little more. His name is Trevor, because of course his name is Trevor. There's 100% chance that his best friend's name is Tristan and his girlfriend's name is Ophelia or Rain or Aphrodite or something that's like classically liberal but still hippie. I do hate that the people who hate canceling are canceling him. They're doing the bad guy thing. They're canceling the cancelers. There's nothing worse than these people. They're completely missing the point. This is like murdering murderers to end murder. It's wartime morality. And I do get it, but come on. You just spent 10 years bitching about cancel culture. And now you're like, we must find this man and we must destroy him. My biggest problem with the SNAP lady, Felicia, and all of the societal problems in general is everyone is blaming everyone else. It's all an external locus of control. It's the left, it's Trump, it's the feminists, it's the internet, it's the sugar in the food, it's our cell phones, it's the patriarchy, it's a white privilege, it's the ICE raids, what made me riot or whatever. They made me steal those sneakers. My point is, Tony Robbins has failed this nation.
Pain is sometimes part of life, but suffering is a choice.
This is all Tony Robbins' fault. If he were more successful, we wouldn't have these problems. So the one we really should be blaming is Tony Robbins. Tony hasn't worked hard enough. Sure, he might have his own private island, selling us all the hope and dreams that we can have self-control. But honestly, this is all his fault. You hear me, Tony? I blame you.
All of you here are capable of greatness. Yay! But some will never achieve it.
Oh, no. This is just my sad attempt to get Tony Robbins' attention. Because I love him so much. Like, where's the juice, huh? You know what, Tony? Maybe people find the juice in throwing bricks through windows and lighting Waymos on fire. Did that ever occur to you? This is all your fault, Tony. Please call me. You've all heard me talk about my Bonchards red light face mask and how much I love it. Getting older is not easy. It's not for sissies. And that's why I love my Bonchards red light face mask. I use it for 10 minutes every night. And you can use it while you're watching TV or cooking a meal or putting the kids to bed or lounging around on the couch. But for me, it's my me time. It's my 10 minutes to myself that I can stop and relax and do something for myself that I know will help me look and feel better. This red light face mask boosts collagen and elastin production, and it helps get rid of those fine lines and wrinkles and even my sunspot. It also helps me with sore jaw, my lucky husband, eczema, migraines, acne, scar tissue, wound healing, razor burn, and even ingrown facial hair. I've seen a noticeable difference in my fine lines. My skin looks younger and glowing and just helps me feel fresh and amazing. Go to boncharge.com/Bridget and use coupon code Bridget to save 15%. That's boncharge.com/Bridget and use the code Bridget to save 15%. There's a link in the description below. Now we're going to do something we never do on Dumpster Fire, which is follow up on some of our previous stories because we're absolutely not a news show. But this week is a good week to follow up on some of the things we've been tracking. Not a good week for the activist kids. Greta was arrested after saying she was kidnapped by the IDF.
How dare you?
I love that she said she was kidnapped when the boat was stopped and they were detained. The audacity of this woman saying they were kidnapped when the entire reason the war is even still going on is because the people Hamas are holding hostage. Still in tunnels underground. When the boat was stopped, Israel's defense minister said they were going to make them all watch footage of October 7th, Day of Horrors. But apparently Greta refused to watch or continue watching. She got clockwork oranged on October 7th footage and said she couldn't take it. And then they deported her back to wherever the F she's from, Sweden. And when she was being returned, she faked basically was walking out of the airport, noticed cameras, and then she put her hands behind her back like she was returning handcuffed. This is an AOC move. This is a classic AOC move. AOC did this. It's just a sign that your priorities are pretty fucked up, that you're just more concerned about looking like you've been so oppressed. She's a pretty good actress for an autist, though. I will give her that. Oh, Greta. What a pointless self-involved stunt. That's what I just hate about it. There was a really great video that was going around from a woman who is an Arab in Israel, and she was like, some of us work tirelessly to try and bridge the gap between Gaza and Palestine and Israel, and you don't know anything, and you actually hurt the cause when you do these self-serving stunts that are just, they were calling it the selfie yacht. You're not helping the Palestinians at all. You're just helping yourself. And speaking of people helping themselves, the DNC approval rating continues to tank because, surprise, surprise, people don't like their cities burning and idiots blocking traffic. And in that vein, DNC members voted 294-99 to annul vice chair victory of David Hogg, citing diversity quotas. And honestly, they might have unintentionally made a good move for themselves, getting rid of this guy. He shouldn't have been around. He's not good for the Democrats' brand. Nobody likes him. I don't even think Democrats like this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at the face. I see the face of a creepy male feminist who spends his day on social justice, but will eventually find out that he's a misogynist. They all are. This will inevitably come out in some moment of weakness. And meanwhile, while all of this was going on, Trump and Elon got back together. He apologized for going too far with his tweets. And I don't know, he said, I regret some of my tweets, they went too far. So what did you mean exactly? That he wasn't on Epstein's island, or that you shouldn't have said that he was? You basically accused the guy of being a pedo and a rapist, and now you're like, I went too far. We need a little more clarification on that, Elon. It does seem a little bit vague, but I knew it was coming because Trump has repeatedly said that he wished Elon well. And even recently when they asked him about Elon's drug use, he said, I don't think so. I hope not, about Elon doing drugs in the White House. And then he said, our relationship and I wish him well. Very well.
Do you think he ever had drugs here at the White House?
I really don't know. I don't think so. I hope not. Look, I wish him well. You understand. We had a good relationship, and I just wish him well. I mean, people are truly traumatized about this breakup, so I hope they find their way back into a toxic dynamic that we all know will fall out again. Imagine waking up from that K-hole, though. Woo! And you've burned your relationship with the president, and it's just like watching someone have that kind of crazy downward spiral on Twitter is so wild, because we're all refreshing and they're just in it. And they're like, you know what? And then this and then that. And you're like, holy shit, this is Elon having this spiral. And it's a spiral. You feel intoxicated by it. Watching it and being in it, you definitely feel completely taken away with it. And then you step away, take a breath. Someone takes your phone away, or a friend who loves you reaches out and says, dude, and you step back and you're like, oh, I've made a huge mistake.
On a global level.
Global.
Yeah.
Well, the only place Elon could go to kind of fix all of this, I think, is rehab. But even then, that's dodgy because it would affect all of his other businesses. So I don't think he can do that. So he's in a little bit of a pickle. I hope they work it out for America. I do imagine just Trump longingly saying that, and he's like, God only knows what I'd be without you.
God only knows what I'd be without you.
R.I.P. Brian Wilson. That one hit me hard. Just a genius, a true genius. Everybody's talking about the senator getting tackled now, I guess. So as usual, we're behind the news cycle, but I can't keep up with this fucking dumpster fire. What do you expect from me, people? I'm doing the best I can. I get a text. It's like, everyone's talking about the senator getting tackled. I'm like, what senator? We'll probably cover that on Monday, but by Monday it will be buried by the riots and the military parade happening this weekend. Guys, stay safe this weekend, wherever you are. Try not to get in too many shenanigans. Do your best to stay off the roads. I will be working on my garden, touching grass, and probably obsessively scrolling X. Phetasy News. If you love Dumpster Fire, the best thing you can do is become a paid supporter at Phetasy.com. That is truly the best way to support this show. It keeps the lights on. We don't have to rely on advertisers, monetization. We get to say whatever we want with your support. That is how you keep us truly independent. I don't want to have to take money from Qatar or China, guys, okay? You get the unedited version of this Dumpster Fire, and we leave a lot of inappropriate things on the cutting room floor. And you also get access to everything else we're doing, and it's a lot. Join us right here every Tuesday and Friday at 8 p.m. Central on YouTube for a new Dumpster Fire, and we always try to be in the live chat, which is awesome, and you guys are the best. Thank you for showing up for that. And thank you to everyone who helps make Dumpster Fire possible. I feel like Ben Shapiro right now. Thank you to Ben and Kevin. Thank you to goPure and Bon Charge for sponsoring today's episode. Please support the people who support us. And thank you to our audience, subscribers, supporters. We love you. We do this for you. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Bridget.
And now to cleanse your palate, the internet is glorious.
Can someone please explain to me why every office or workplace seems to have this guy, sometimes a woman, but this guy who seems to think that he can just come in first thing in the morning before anyone's even sat down at their desk, before they've had a coffee or filled up their water bottle, and you haven't even opened your email, haven't even looked at your computer, and they come up to you as if you, or if you work remotely, like they might send you like sign on, and they basically first thing in the morning before anything else has happened, they just need everyone to know. Like, it can happen right after lunch too, I guess, but they basically, like, it's so important to them, or like they want you to know that they're like, you know, that they're the kind of person who's going to come in when you're just trying to do what you're trying to do, and they're going to come up to you and well, okay. It happened to me yesterday. So I sat down at my there's a conference room. So I'm in a chair in the conference room. It's not exactly my desk per se, but we frequently work in there. And I'm just opening my laptop, and this guy comes up to me, and I'm like, here we go. Here we go, man.
Remember, life is absurd. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Take the work seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. This has been your Dumpster Fire. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich like Tony Robbins.
But she wants that private island money.